Well, I guess technically it is. Technically, it will be Friday then, right? When they say the 7th, it's probably like it was probably like the 7th at like 11 p.m. or whatever. So it's basically Friday. People were exploiting. Oh yeah, I saw about that. Exploiting the gem glitch during the maintenance for synchro preparation and got negative gems. Reminds me of that Chase Bank situation where people were trying to exploit Chase Bank because of an error in the system, and then they ended up getting like tens of thousands negative because they withdrew that much amount of money like idiots. It reminds me of that situation, except it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's not as big of a deal. Let's see. Which ones do I want to... Let's start with Fiendsmith. I can do 4. Never financially recover from that? Yeah. Good thing I don't bother like going in to do that. Guy with taking 100,000 negative gem cards. If it meant my entire deck would be roiled, who wouldn't need any more cards, yeah. Yeah, I can tell it's an unlimited festival by the music. And they get called by the grave just so you can have your maxi resolve. Banish 1 spirit, he has another. Purge, okay. And he scoops because of maxi. Imagine an unlimited festival and you just choose to play Snake Eyes Fiendsmith. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see, I see Purelia, Fuelos, and Aggregator. Interesting. Let's do these top 3 then. Baron the floor. I knew Baron was coming as soon as he normal summoned Dash. Wait, I could have sworn he milled a tier limit. Oh, he milled a Rhino. I guess he didn't have a tier limit in the hand, so pretty much know that whatever's in his hand isn't a tier limit, but again, it could be a hand trap. And then he mills if you summon. Negating Sage. No mill for you. Gotcha. I'll be sure to get to him, Jaeger. Normal summoned Valor. That's BM. And that's enough to make him scoop. Alright. You got 2 in there? Alright. It's this one against Tenpai and then against Ryzeal. Maxi, you got the Ash. Oh yes, I'm sure attacking for 0 damage makes Valor feel useful. And that's essentially full combo from there, right? Yeah, that's like that's like nearly, or would have been nearly optimal, I guess. Wait, you are. Yeah, that is. The only things stopping this from being perfect is Jet. If you had Jet engraved, that would have been like even more perfect. But this is almost as full power as it gets. Drill Beam, Double Spirit, Majesty, Valor, and now all you're missing is Jet. Just have it hop off the field. Okay, somehow the animation didn't play. Whatever. And Drill Beam didn't send a spell. Like, how are you playing Sky Striker, use Droplet, and not send a spell? Alright, Ryzeal. Guaranteed Droplet, yeah. Last card was probably Pydra or some Tenpai, yeah, I guess. And Nib. So pretty much you have Drill Beam and Tyrant, I guess. Oh yeah, and Majesty. Okay, never mind. I didn't realize you didn't use True Light yet. And I've immediately summoned the Blue Eyes to make the Drill Beam live. So you have a negate anything on the field plus pop 2 with Drill Beam. Or not Drill Beam, Majesty. Ah, red reboot. Banish the extra Ryzeal, and that, yep, that stopped him. So, bro's playing Solemn Judgment in Ryzeal. Bro's playing two count. He was playing Solemn Judgment and Red Reboot in Ryzeal. Is red reboot common in Ryzeal? I wouldn't think so. Is it just to stop like Imperma or the Dominus cards or something? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't think it is. Is the alternate art of Nib in Master Duel? I don't think so. Which reminds me, I do need to try to get the alternate art of Clearwing. I did get the alternate art of Black Rose, but it was from like the free. It was from like the free pack pull when the selection pack or when the secret pack was created. I got like a free pull, and I actually got the alt art Black Rose. I've seen the alt art. Yeah, I've seen the alt art of Nib. All right, got 2 from. All right, so heroes and so Ice Barrier versus heroes and Centurion versus Malice. Yeah, see you on Friday, Bomber. Raichu has similar weaknesses like Cash. That's why I play Solemn Judgment. What weakness would that be? Didn't miss the animation this time. Ah, droplet already. They lack spell negates. Don't attack the Lancia, you're gonna regret it. And he attacked the Lancia. Banish 3. And banish the other malicious. Take another Royal Revealer. And the surrender. Alrighty, and then Centurion versus Malice. 7 turns. What will I play in Synchro? Resonators, more than likely. Bam. No combo at all. You both like bricked for a few turns? Dang, that's a surprise. Please tell me he pops the Waken the Dragon. Don't tell me if he does, I'm just hoping he does. But you did get the Primera. So, okay. And then Droll. Wait, hold on. Did I miss something? He ashed. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can make. Oh wow! Change the effect to protect her from ash. That's actually pretty cool. Bro. No wonder he just bricked on a bunch of Bestials. I'm surprised you didn't even activate talents. Or are you not able to? Just wanted to force those Bestials? Not able to? Why? He activated card effects. Was it just during... Oh, was it during the battle phase? Like... I'm sure, like, he tried to ask your Primera. And you didn't negate it, you just changed its effect. Why do you summon Nightmare Cerberus? Why did he... Oh, I guess he didn't want to discard. I guess it was probably just to get Jerusalem into the grave. Yeah, I guess he just didn't want to discard whatever was in his hand. Alright, let's see Jaeger's replays. Sub quest. Said he had a couple. Or he has a... Well, he had a lot. I suppose I can watch the top 4. Yeah, let's watch these top 4. Got some replays on your own? Alright. I'm guessing these were part of Jaeger's win streak. Gold Pride. Ah, okay, this is just stun. But yeah, you definitely need to put that imperm there to negate that because, yeah, that pretty much locks you down. So this is just stun. While you control level 7, your opponent cannot target level 6 or lower for attacks. It cannot target them with card effects. So my assumption is he wants Clockwork Knight up as well. That's going to be my assumption. Up. Clearwing. Ah, dang it, I missed his animation. I was expecting Clearwing. Use that in a Roid deck sometimes, yeah. I have Clearwing, but I only have the alt art. I want the original, I want this art of Clearwing. And now you're good to go. Okay, what was the point of summoning a Bestial there? Joker at Harmonizing. Scale to level 8. Electromite. Negate, attack is halved. Pendulum Summon. Level 10. Seed, add back. Summon it. And he can't ball drag because he didn't have a light or dark. Just more criminals in the deck. I mean, I'd say it's fair play since he was playing against stun. Like, I'm pretty sure this is stun in some way. Because he flipped anti-spell, Machina defense perimeter. Maybe not. They had lost wind. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. This just seems like a random, like, amalgamation. But he is playing Clockwork Knight. I don't know what the hell this is. He's playing Clockwork Knight, but he doesn't have the Link monster Clockwork Knight. That's funny. How are you only gonna play one Clockwork Knight and not have the Link monster that helps you search it? Okay. No actual synergy. Oh. I could have sworn it actually searched it though. Ah, drawn to the ash. Maxi again. And he actually lets it resolve instead of chaining. He lets it resolve instead of chaining True Light. So you don't get a draw off of the summon. Bro. Okay, that's another free draw. This Blue Eyes player does not know what he's doing. Bro basically helped you break even with that Maxi and Super Poly. Thought he would use the pop on Electromite? Yeah. But he popped Garura, the card that literally gets you draw. Everyone should know what Garura does by now. This dude just doesn't know what this dude just didn't know what he was doing. He popped the first thing he saw. And he had Valor, but didn't Valor Electromite. He Valor's Exceed. This dude does not know what he's doing at all. You pretty much have to pray you don't get Nibiru'd, I guess. But now you don't have to worry because that's Baron. And he scoops. Because all I gotta do is now is pop True Light, and there goes his field. This is Platinum, by the way. That dude should have at least been in... That dude should at least be in Silver. Like, ending his turn early because of Maxi, yeah, it's understandable. That happens all the time, but still. Your Maxi in the draw phase, don't even bother chaining True Light to it so you get one less draw. And then afterwards, you Super Poly his field, and he pops the Garura to give you another free draw. Interesting. Okay, Bestial. Hey, Star Pendulum Graph. Didn't know that main support cut, huh? Vortex. Pop double iris, search for time, pendulum graph. That's as good as it's gonna get. Bro. Actually, using up your negates on the Bestials, that's definitely a choice. I mean, I know you still have a pop with time, pendulum graph, and Zark, but still. And you're summoning him now? Okay. Like, if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't even have a Horus Engrave. You should have at least waited for his effect. You know, force him to discard, then pop it, right? Make him go minus for it. Like, when he tries to activate it, the effect, then you time Pendulum Graph it. Yeah, see, he has him steady now. Because he probably would have discarded the Imseti, then you could have popped it, so he doesn't reborn all of it. But I guess he probably would have discarded the Veiler. SP Little Knight? Yep. Banish the Vortex. But force it to descend since she didn't pop anything. This should be enough for game. Yeah, this is already enough for game. Yeah. Was that Centurion? Yeah, it looked like it was. Yeah, it was Centurion. Guess he just bricked on Bestials and Horus cards. Because what did he use? Let me remember. He used 3 Bestials. He used Saranir, Druid Swarm, Baldrake, and Lubellion. And then he had King Sark in hand, as well as a Veiler. So yeah, he bricked on nothing but Bestials and Horus cards. And then this one against Trap Tricks. Oops, got to slow down. Very nice. Use of Baron to help trigger Astrograph again. Ashton Remelio. Now he goes into Sarah. Arachnacantha, negate. Ragnarika, negate again. Into Typhon. And now you just pop it. Very nice. Alright, and Quest said he has him on his ult. Okay, got 2. Triple D versus Tenpai. You're playing Ryzeo now too. And I got Ryzeo versus 6 Samurai. The ult is for all Fiend decks. Aren't Ryzeo's Pyro though? Pyro and Thunder. Ryzeo Fiend. Another Gilgamesh. I'm trying to wait for Maki Nex's animation. That's what I'm waiting for. There it is. It took way too long for Triple D to get an animation. Okay, yep, he's back again. Force Poppy would have both players to draw and discard. I guess he was really fishing for that Widow Anchor. Can't be destroyed. Let me see. So wait, hold on. You're not taking any damage. Am I missing something here? What am I missing here? Is it one of these? What? Why? Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. He's just lower attack. I just wasn't looking properly. Alright, attach. Synchro. Tui belt. Now you can attach it. That's funny. And he goes to the grave. And he doesn't have enough attacks to continue his combo. That's funny. And he gives it back and surrenders. And Ryzeo versus 6 Samurai. Thaler. I know Six Samurai have at least one monster with an animation. I just don't know what it is. Is it this one? Yep. Okay. Yep. Shien. Shien's the one with an animation. Yeah. All hand traps and ice Ryzeal. And you draw into sword Ryzeal. That's pretty much full combo. And that's Fiendsmith. It's deck goes after Ghost Ogre. I don't know, I just feel like this is Ryzeal and you threw in Fiendsmith as an excuse to play the deck. I will admit, Detonator's animation is cool though. Let me see, I gotta actually read what this thing does. When opponent activates a card or effect, detach one material, target a card and destroy it. And it's not once per turn. So long as this thing has material, whenever your opponent activates anything, you can just pop a card on the field. And then if it exceeds would be destroyed, you can detach material from itself to protect it. I can already see how that's annoying, especially against pendulums. That pretty much kills Endymion. You try to activate your scale, Detonator just pops it, and it's not once per turn. Or once per chain, for that matter. Yeah. You pretty much gotta go first against Ryzeal if you're playing pendulums, otherwise, if they get Detonator up, you lose. So activate an effect, bro, activating an effect destroys. It's the new So I Draw, bro drew. This is like the new version of that. So I activate, bro activated. Yeah, it has no spell and trap negates, but against pendulums, Detonator is all you pretty much need. They activate their scales, you pop the scales, and that's pretty much the same as negating them. Swing with Chaos Angel for game. The thing is, I actually would like to play like an actual Chaos deck. You know, that uses Chaos Archfiend, Chaos Witch, and all of them. You know? That seems like a fun deck. Obviously, it probably wouldn't be very strong since, you know, you're pretty much relying on getting out Chaos Angel as soon as possible. But yeah, this looks like... Yeah, this is pretty much... This is pretty much, yeah, this is Ryzeal Fiendsmith. No 3 of Ryzeal. Still, I think that's just for deck space. Yeah, it's expensive and, you know, you don't want your deck to be super large. You got like a bunch of hand traps, you got Fiendsmith and then Ryzeal. And then next up we got Shadow to wrap it up. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'll just watch 4. It draws pretty good though. Yeah, I'll watch these 4. I guess. No, I'll watch the top 4 just to make it a bit easier on myself. The triple D turn 1 board is hard for the meta to break. I need to eventually learn triple D, especially once the new support for it comes out. What do you do? Ah, Max C. I wasn't even paying attention. Alright, Endymion. Tribute summon Jackal King? Nope, okay, you're just going in. Hey, my best friend's been using it for over 10 years. Hey, it's dedication. Yo. Ain't for no roach, yeah. I wasn't until they banned Secret Village. Secret Village was pretty much like my fallback, specifically to counter Maxi. And of course, like, Necro Valley does help too, but against like the current meta, Necro Valley doesn't even help anymore. And then, you know, I've taken the Maxi challenge enough and then gotten hit by Droplet, where they pretty much send 5 to negate my entire board. It's happened too much. Okay. I mean, if you activate the spell, you can, well, first have Endymion bounce itself, then have this Endymion bounce the Jackal King and resummon the Jackal King if you need to. But now you can bounce that Jackal King that negated. Oh wait, and Magister can summon. Yeah. Magister can just summon now. Talents, negate. And then you can Endymion bounce the Magister now. And then have Celine, or that, and then have Celine reborn either Endymion or Jackal King. And we already used Albaz. So yeah, you don't have to worry about him summoning Albaz to try to fuse away with your field, so yeah. Just keep those spell negates up. He's gonna be forced to attack over it. Oh, Garuda bounce, that's funny. That is hilarious. Bro did not expect the Garuda to bounce his card. Alright, Servant, Spell Power Master. So even if Spell Power Mastery gets negated, you still have the 3 spell counters you need. You just don't get to search like Endymion or whatever. But of course, you still got the Shadow Special with double Jackal King. Shadow Special, but at least you have combo. You can search Baby Jackal here to make a link 1. And then pop it to resummon, or yeah, Electromite. That's what I don't know why I said Baby Jackal. You could have literally just gone to Electromite. Unfortunately, no draw, but no, it's not terrible. Add back Magister. Summon a Jackal King. Or Basilisk, okay. I guess you can grab back Servant, Pendulum Summon, I guess. Or Jackal King again. Never mind. Oh, you're negating it to bounce Institution. And then you grab Baby Jackal. Oh yeah, you summon it. Grab Baby Jackal, then Pendulum Summon. Okay, I see you. Or Servant, whatever. Using Jackal King to make IP Masquerena. Against Blue Eyes. So forced out the battle phase. Yeah, Basilisk is definitely underrated. Did he already use his normal summon? He didn't. So that's a risky negate. But I guess should be fine since again you survived. Since you already, battled to get rid of IP. Immediately Pendulum Summon out Jackal King and Basilisk. Light and Dark Chaos Angel, that's funny. It's unaffected. He fucked up. It's unaffected from monster effects. And he scoops. Bro should have known. Light Basilisk and Dark Jackal King to make Chaos Angel. He was gonna use talents to steal. And another Shadow Classic. Double Jackal King just loves being part of your opening hand, doesn't it? I mean, if you need any more proof that the shuffler is not random, like, what more proof do you need that the shuffler isn't random? Dynamundo. Man, all I gotta do is top deck Call by the Grave and he's fucked. But shotgunning Maxine the draw phase. I remember that happened once against Voiceless. I top decked Called by the Grave, and when he activated Dynamundo, I just chained Called by the Grave on it. Because he wanted you to use Call by instead of on Dynamundo? Yeah. But again, usually if Endymion... No way he negated an Upstart. See, the Radiance on Servant makes sense. But no way he negated an Upstart. Yeah. Yeah, with this hand, you definitely need to draw 2. And Spell Power Mastery, which unfortunately you already used, but you drew into Secrets. And Desires, let's see what you banish. Alright, 1 Endymion gone and 1 Jackal King, but you already have 2 in hand. 1 Servant and 1 Magister. Jesus. Yeah. And there's the Call by the Grave, late as hell though. But Endymion just pops 4 here. Negate. Bounce one. Basilisk, get that extra draw. Alright, Reflection. Grab Magister. And then just bash for 5200 damage. Yeah, it's pretty much forcing you to negate, because he's going to send, probably Entis. It's any card from the extra deck, right? Yeah. It's probably going to be Entis, which would have popped the Jackal King. Which would have pretty much forced out the negate. But the Jackal King isn't doing anything because, again, Endymion already negated. Pop the Spell Power Mastery. And of course he has to get rid of Jackal King after the battle phase before his turn ends, otherwise it comes back to you with a bunch of counters on it for you to use. Is he going to negate Endymion's effect when destroyed, though? He could just use the Jackal King. Oh, no, he tributes off the Jackal King, okay. Ah, double Skull Guardian, okay. Anima. Doing a bunch of drawing here. He didn't negate that, okay. Yeah, that's combo. And he surrenders because he couldn't kill you. You had Magister with spell counters, you had double institution, you had reflection, spell power mastery. That was full combo. All right. Labyrinth. Starting off with Ariana and Ku Clock. Big welcome probably to hand rip you by summoning Lovely. Master Cerberus or Institutions getting hit. Called it. Because I know how it works. It's not a random pop. Most of the time they know what cards you need and the quote-unquote random pop hits the important cards in your hand every time. Search Servant, yeah. And he's setting up Trap Trick for what? Daruma. Okay, Anima, so he can't Daruma yet. Okay, he is. He's flipping his whole field face down. You're forcing the Daruma, which is good. Well, yeah, that's good, because now your extra deck is free. Yeah, chain blocked for Lady, I guess. But now your extra deck is free, and none of his cards are activatable. So now you just go from here, because all of his back row's not activatable. Beyond. Nope, Celine. Okay. Did you already pendulum? I don't think you did. No. But I guess, yeah, I guess you just Endymion field wipe for 4. Pop all of his monsters, I guess. Or maybe 3 cards in Master Cerberus. Okay. Access code. Yeah, that works. I was thinking about a different route. I was thinking like you pop 3 monsters in 1 back row, and then, you know, 3 monsters, 1 back row, then Master Cerberus banish 1, then you access code, just because, and then he surrenders. Yeah, I know. I know because of Trap Trick, but also they weren't lighting up, meaning they weren't like glowing, had like the little black mist, which also meant they weren't activatable. Didn't want to turn on transaction rollback? Gotcha. But still, very nice. He shotgunned that freaking Daruma because he didn't want you to steal his lovely, but still. He didn't want you to steal his lovely, yeah. Very nice. But that is gonna do it for viewer replays here. Even though the Synchro Festival starts this Friday, I'll still be playing Monster Hunter World. Especially if the Kulv siege happens on Friday, I'll definitely be trying to farm that to get the armor and weapons and stuff. And then on Monday, I'll participate in the Synchro Duelist Cup or whatever. But until then, though, I hope you all enjoy your day, and I will see you all back here on Friday. Peace.